Cheryl Gribbins will begin with a 3-minute statement on abortion.
While many oppose abortion based on religious objections, I intend today to make an ethical and constitutional case against abortion without reference to God. Life is defined by the Webster English Dictionary as the quality that distinguishes a vital and functional human being from a dead body. The most fundamental question in this debate is whether a human fetus constitutes a human life. I'll ask you this: if the fetus is not alive, then what is it? Its heartbeat, its rapid growth, its movement, they all show that it cannot be dead. It is alive. If it's alive, then what type of life is it? The laws of nature allow only one answer to this question: human parents, human baby. If it is human and alive, then it deserves the same protection as all other human life. Science offers no answer to the question, when does life begin, except for at conception. Even at this early stage of our lives, each human individual has its own separate, unique genes. Just as you, Sam, were once a young child, so too were you once a fetus, an embryo. These labels merely identify the different stages of your life. Who you are today began at conception, and from that point until your death, only 4 factors change: your size, your level of development, your environment, and your degree of dependence. At any given point in your life, you would agree that it would be wrong for me to kill you based on these 4 factors. But this is how you justify abortion. Now, in terms of constitutionality, consider the 10th Amendment on states' rights, which says that any power not specifically given to the federal government by the Constitution belongs to the states. In 1973, the Supreme Court made a decision that took away one of these states' rights. In Roe v. Wade, the court stretched the 14th Amendment to include a so-called right to privacy. However, by the amendment's adoption in 1821, there were already 46 state laws limiting abortion by state legislatures. This shows that the drafters did not intend for the 14th Amendment to withdraw from the states the right to legislate concerning abortion. Considering state taxes fund almost 24% of abortions, we must return the people's right to choose whether their money contributes to the practice of abortion. From a purely legal standpoint, Roe v. Wade was poorly decided judicial activism, it is unconstitutional, and it must be overturned. Lastly, I'd like to address the rhetoric that I've heard from the Democratic Party. People say, I'm pro-choice, not pro-abortion. Abortion needs to be safe, legal, and rare. You defend abortion saying that if it's legal, it's safe. Abortion is never safe. It always ends one innocent human life, and it always has devastating effects on the mother. 27% of women who have had abortions suffer infertility or future complications. Planned Parenthood's own research foundation found 39 different studies that prove abortion as a cause for breast cancer. 6 years after Roe v. Wade, the American Psychological Association added post-abortion syndrome to its list of recognized disorders. Is that safe? Also, the Democratic Party shows no intention of making abortion rare. In August, your party removed from its platform the phrase, safe, legal, and rare, and replaced it with, we unequivocally support Roe v. Wade and a woman's right to legal abortion regardless of pay. This is not an attempt to lessen the number of abortions, but instead to make it more popular. Just today, up until the time this debate will end, around 4,166 American babies will be aborted. Is that rare?
Thank you, Sir Chair. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As many of you know, abortion is a very difficult and complicated topic to address, but it is one that must be spoken about. We need to keep in mind a couple of things here. Abortion, as Cheryl previously stated, is not a debate of morals, religion, but an issue of health and constitutional rights. Women should have the right to have an abortion if they so choose to do so. We would rather they have safe medical procedures than seek out rogue alternatives. This is by no means to say that we promote abortions or that we even advocate them or see them as being, in fact, morally correct. We want to see abortions become a rarity in our nation. And true, this may have been struck from our party platform, but this does not mean that we do not still believe in such things. We believe in contraceptive research, family planning, comprehensive family life education, and policies that support healthy childbearing. The legalization of abortion is not the answer and will ultimately lead for women to seek dangerous and risky alternatives. Our plan involves encouraging supporters on both sides of this issue to unite and support the measures designed to reduce abortion rates. As a necessary evil, however, abortion must be available, but not encouraged. Because let's face it, if abortion is not offered, it will occur anyway, and we would rather it occur in a safe environment than by, clothes hanger. Thank you.
90 seconds.
She almost made it easy for me, saying that even her party doesn't find abortion morally acceptable. If abortion is made illegal, thousands of women will die from back alley coat hanger abortions. How can you dispute the fact that 97% of abortions that occurred in 1972, a year before Roe v. Wade, were done in hospitals by certified physicians, though it was illegal? Actually, if you would like to give me one specific case in which a woman died from an abortion that was proven to be self-induced by a coat hanger, I would like to look at that, because on record, the only deaths that we can cite from abortion are those that occurred in legally certified places, because we can't find statistics on practices that were illegal done in back alleys. Abortion is not... I'm sorry. Stop. I'll let you...
I would like to address what Cheryl said earlier about when life begins. And yes, I do agree with you, life begins at the time of contraception. However, I disagree with you, or the Republicans, I disagree with you on when life is viable. Viability means when a human can begin to feel certain things. Now, according to most medical professionals, life becomes viable at 6 months. That does not, so yes, while life has begun at the time of contraception, life is not viable until the 6-month period. Also, Cheryl mentioned Roe v. Wade, which ruled that women have the right to privacy. She also said that Roe v. Wade is unconstitutional, which I found a little bit baffling. Roe v. Wade is 100% constitutional because the Supreme Court would not have ruled on it otherwise. A woman absolutely has the right to her privacy, and it's her body and it's her choice to do what she wants to do with it. Is abortion, be it abortion or getting a tattoo or getting a body piercing or deciding that she wants to dye her hair yellow, it's her choice and it's her right to choose. And who are we to deny her that right to choose?
I can't remember the last time I heard one of my friends say, "This weekend I'm getting my hair done and having an abortion."
We're going to move on into your closing statement.
Myself and the other members of my party sympathize with the concerns that an unplanned pregnancy can mean social, financial, and professional stress for a woman. I know that women are still uneducated about the way their bodies work in some cases and may lack access to safe, affordable contraception. These are all important social issues that need to be addressed. But shouldn't the solution to these inequities be a change in the social structures that cause them? Legal discrimination and sanctioned violence against the very young cannot change the unfairness of our society towards mothers, especially poor mothers, minority mothers, young mothers. It can only keep women from becoming mothers for a while at least. The underlying problems are still not solved, and we set a horrible precedent that allows us to define away the humanity of those who get in our way. If someone claims that a woman will always need abortion, note the implicit assumptions. The first is that our ability to bear children is and always will be a handicap. The second is that we can never hope for our society to adequately adjust to the needs of mothers so that women will not feel the need to abort. The third is that violence against certain of our fellow human beings is acceptable or even a necessary way to solve social problems. I find the acceptance of abortion as a response to a sexist society to be inconsistent with our ideals. Abortion itself is a denial of the fact that all deserve a chance at freedom, the very idea that this nation was founded upon. This nation values the inherent worth and dignity of every human being and affirms that moral standards are based on the effects of our actions to our fellow human beings. It embraces the use of reason and repudiates the use of violence to settle disputes. Abortion is an inhumane practice which was not worthy of these ideals, and we must progress beyond it.
Abortion will always exist no matter what, and we can have them safely or we can have them unsafely. Abortions are also very humane practices. Last time I checked, an abortion was done in a hospital with beds, with an anesthesiologist, and the potential mother being made comfortable. It's not like we were taking her out into a back alleyway and using a coat hanger to do an abortion. So abortions are very safe and very humane. In regards to the life of the unborn child, yes, there is a life there. However, if the life is unwanted, bringing the child into the world will not make the life for the child any better. In fact, studies have shown that mothers who want abortions and don't have them often end up being abusive toward their children and not being good mothers. So, I mean,